Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with Mix It Up Monday, a hop started by Kimberly with I'd Rather Be Scrapbooking and Anna with Peacecraft Love. And we take a sketch and try and get some mixed media in there. And so this sketch was actually created by Christine Harden, one of my scrappy buddies with Scrapbook Afternoon. And I am going to be using Vicki Boutin's Where to Next to document an on-the-road kind of picture because I felt like this sketch was screaming for it. So I've got some different mixed media I'm not going to end up using. One of the three. This is a Bramble Fox stencil. I'm not going to use it either. You all will see. Y'all, this is attention deficit disorder on high alert. It was definitely an interesting experience getting this layout together, but I love it in the end, so that's all that matters. So I've got my papers, lots of embellishments, some mixed media that I'm going to exchange out, my pictures, and this really cool sketch by Christine. So let's see how this goes. So I'm just laughing because I thought I knew what I was doing. I'm looking for like a tire track kind of idea here. And obviously that's not it. And so then I thought, well, let me see if the pushing ink through with a dauber has better. And I like that, so I'm okay with that, except I put it through completely instead of like making breaks in it, and so it looks ridiculous. I mean, like, it would be fine if my intent was not to look like tire tracks, because I'm doing an on the road beginning of our trip to the beach, and so which are the pictures that I'm working with mostly this month. So finally I pull out a Tim Holtz tire tread stamp and just use that all over this entire paper. Now, this is an 8.5 by 11 paper that I've cut down to like 5.5 inches or something. And so obviously that's not going to come all the way across, and that's fine. I'm going to make it work. And you would never know that it is not a full 12-inch paper. So, unless you're watching this video. So I cut it at about 3 inches, and by using my mat behind me, or behind my layout, I get it laid down to where it is even and 2 inches above the bottom of the layout. And then I'm just going to work on my photo mat, and I use a piece of paper from the 6x8 paper pad and a scrap with that cloud paper, and then I'm going to put my picture on here. Originally I considered trimming my picture down because there's so much of the ceiling or the roof of my car, but I end up using that for part of my title, because she's got the title on that tag, but because it's sitting sideways, that's fine. But since I turned my sketch around because of my picture, I'm going to use the paper or the tag as well as the top of my picture. So these are the tags that I want to use. I selected the limey green kind of color just because, originally that was the paper I was working with. And so I went ahead and stuck with that. So I just put some adhesive on the middle stripe, or right in the middle of this picture, because I know I'm going to be tucking bottom and top. So I just put some ATG down the middle. Now, in her sketch, she has just the one picture, and I have 3. So I use my 2.5-inch circle guide and cut the picture of my nephew and my son into a circle, and then use the 3-inch to cut that cloud paper so that I have a border. And I tuck those in where she's just got the circular feature above the picture, or next to the picture, depending on what you're looking at. And then I use the tag to help cover part of the gap, and then this ruler, and put it next to that, so it's going to completely fill that in. Now, she has on her sketch a strip that goes across just to the, just on the side where the tag is, but I have mine come down a little. One, because I wanted to elongate that as well as cover that little bit of a gap that's still down there. So once I get that down, I am thrilled. And then I have this one other picture that was a 3x 3x4, and I don't need all that sky, so I just cut it down to like a 2.5x3, I think. And I just mat that on some paper, and I'm going to put it down here where the circular cluster is at the bottom. Of course, on the original sketch is at the top. So I put that there, but then I'm just going to add the circular feature below that. So I'm not taking away from the sketch really. I'm just adding that extra element of the picture. So then I use all the circular features and bits that I come with this collection. It's like a 5-star review, and the ones I use is a little like award or a ribbon that says good things. I use my creative memory circle punch and punched out a couple of cloud circles and a couple of wordy bit circles to finish out the 3 circles in each cluster. And I also have a couple of stickers from different sticker sheets or the sticker book. And I'm just like working on getting everything together, and then I'm going to add the embellishments that I have pulled from the collection. And one of them's like a little parking meter, and while we didn't have to put in money for a parking meter because we're at a rest stop, it's still, I thought it was fitting. And also I put the little car up there, or I'm going to put the little car up there in the top cluster. And I'm trying to think of what else I am about to do. I cut the little, I wanted that circle to come off the side because that's what she has, is the circle on the bottom is coming off the layout. So I did that as well. And other than that, really, I'm just going to add the title and some wordy strips on here. I pulled off the journey, time for a snack, and where to next, dear heart, because every year when we go to the beach, we stop at the same place and stay in a hotel. And then the next morning we get up, we have donuts and coffee. Although this year we went to Panera for our pastries because the donut shop there is closed. It's a Krispy Kreme and it was closed. And so we went to Panera, and then this picture of us in the car is when we're ready to rock and roll and head out. And then the rest stop is the next place we go. We go to a gas station, pick up Subway sandwiches, and then we go to this rest stop every year for the past, well, my son is 14, and we started going there before when he would have turned 1. So I think other than our very first year, we've been to that rest stop every year, even when it's rained. If you watch day 1's pictures from 30 Days of Sketches, those were pictures of the kids at the same rest stop jumping in the puddles. So back when they were 3 and 4 years old. So anyway, I am just adding these little word phrases in different places where I feel like it needs something. And because, like I said before, there's so much space at the top of this picture, I went ahead and put the words, the journey, up there. And it's not a part of the title because that doesn't sound right. But the scenic route seemed to be very fitting for the pictures. So I pull out the little puffies to finish things off, to cover my tag hole, and to put a few little clusters of the puffies in each of the 3 clusters. And then to finish it all off, to add a little bit more mixed media, since I did not end up using the Tim Holtz paint, I cover up my pictures and start with tumbled glass, and I splatter that around mostly in the gray parts. And then instead of using the white, which I originally was going to use for the Delusion Shimmer Spray, I pull out the black marble because it's going to stand out a little bit better. Plus the title is in black. So there is Christine's sketch again. It is so fun and something I have intentions of using again in the future. Maybe not with that road background, but just the layers and the fun circles and everything. So here are the close-ups. I hope you will check out all of the other crafters who are going to be creating with this really fun sketch by Christine, especially Christine. Hopefully you'll come back and see me again, because I'll be here every day this month, sometimes twice, just depends on the day. And I really do love how this turned out. So thanks, Christine. And thanks, Anna and Kimberly, for this hop, because it makes me bring out mixed media and try new things, even if they don't work. Have a great day. Hope you get a chance to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.